Anyways, 1c, yeah? Okay, so 1c. So for 1c, the curve on the right is the graph of the function f of x equals 8 minus 2x squared minus 2x minus x squared. Find the coordinates of the points marked A, B and C. Okay, so what we got to do here is for A and B, we know that both the y values are 0. Does everybody agree with that? Both y values are 0. This means that the output is 0. And what stands for output? F of x equals 0. The output when the input is x is 0. Find the input. This means that 8 minus 2x minus x squared equals 0. What we do next is we can rearrange it that the x squared goes at the front, the x goes last, and the x goes in the middle, and the 8 goes last. Now, we've never done a quadratic equation with minus x squared before. That's why we multiply both sides by minus 1. And we get x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Now what we do is we factorize. And minus 8 is the reference number. We need two numbers that multiply together to give you minus 8, but yet when they add together to give you plus 2. Any ideas? 4 and minus 2, which is perfect. So the answer is going to be x plus 4, x minus 2 equals 0. X equals minus 4 and x equals 2. For anybody wondering where maybe the missing step was, it was here. Okay, the missing step was x plus 4, either the first number equals 0 or the last number equals 0. So x equals minus 4, x minus 2 equals 0, bring over the 2, x equals 2. Okay, so you happy enough with that? Yeah? Okay guys, so the answer for that is the two answers are find the coordinates. What's the coordinates of A? Is it minus 4 or is it 2? Minus 4, and this one is 2. Now what else would help me think I'm correct? The distance from here to here is roughly half that of there to there, so 2 is half of 4, so I'm actually pretty convinced I'm right. Is that the correct answer in the back of the book?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Now, let's find number C, or letter C, more appropriately. So what about letter C, guys? How do we find letter C?
Input is 0.
Sorry?
The input is 0.
And how would you know that the input is 0 on?
Because it's on the y-axis.
It's on the y-axis, that's perfect, okay? Remember, input is the x value, output is the y value. This point here has an input value of 0. Let's call the output y if you want. So this is input, and this is output. So what we need to do is, we need to replace our input value with 0. We need to find out what f of 0 is. And that will tell us what our y value is. So our y value is f of 0, which is 8 minus 2 times 0 minus 0 squared. Our output value when the input is 0 is 8. So this point here is 0, 8. Who got that? 0, 8. Well done. Okay. Any questions? Now, the function f is defined by f of x equals 7 minus 3x. The output is equal to 7 minus 3 times the input. When the input is 24, the output when the input is 24 is equal to k multiplied by the output when the input is minus 2. Find the value of k. Now that's a bit of a tongue twister, right? But it's not too bad. F of 24 means your input is 24. It's 7 minus 3 times 24. 7 minus 72, which is Minus 65?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Find out what f of minus 2 is. F of minus 2 means find the output when the input is minus 2. 7 times minus 3 minus 2 gives you, calculator will give 13 out, won't it, Brian?
Yeah.
Good man. Now that that's done, let's write out this question. Blue is minus 65. F of minus 24 is minus 65 equals, red part is K, and then the green part is f of minus 2, which we know is going to be 13 plus 13. This question basically turns into minus 65 equals 13k. Bring the 13 underneath. What's minus 65 divided by 13? K equals minus 5. Not too bad. Many people got that out. Okay, so well done. A good half is right. We're going to do 2c now. 2c. The function f of x equals 2x minus 1 and g of x is 1 minus 3x are two functions. Find the value of k if f of k plus f of 2k is 4. Let's say you don't know how to do that. What is f of k? Can anybody tell me? On its own. F of k is what?
2k minus 1.
So basically the difference between f of x and f of k is your input is no longer x, your input is k. 2k minus 1. Right away you're picking up marks. What about f of 2k? What happens then? Anywhere you see x you put 2k. 2 times 2k minus 1. That will give you 4k minus 1. Happy enough? Now, what do we need to do next? We need to add them together and put it equal to 4. Let's add them together. 2k minus 1 plus 4k minus 1 equals 4. How many k's do we have? 6k. What number do we have beside the 6k? Minus 2. Bring the minus 2 over the other side, we get 6k equals 4 plus 2, which is 6. Then k equals 6 over 6, which is 1. How many people got that one now? Okay, good for you who's got that one now. Right, is it part 2 that's the problem? Part 2, right? You'll actually find part 2 should be no bother to you as well. Can I take off the left side of the board? This side here? Okay, thank you. Alright, part C. Part 2. For what value of t is t times f of 3? Don't let the t distract you. You have to find out what f3 is. f3 is what? 2 times 3 minus 1, which is? Anybody? 5. What does this become now? It becomes 5t. T multiplied by 5 is 5t. Now, what about g of t? What do you think happens? What do you think g of t is? Replace x with t. You're going to get 1 minus 3t. Now what the formula is saying is multiply t by f3. What's f3? 5. And that equals g of t, which is 1 minus 3t. What's t times 5? 5t equals 1 minus 3t. Where does the 3t go? Other side. 3t plus 5t gets us how many t's? 8t. 8t equals 1. Bring down the 8. And what do we get? T equals 1/8. Right? 3c. The curve on the right is a graph of the function f of x equals 10 minus 3x minus x squared. Find the coordinates of the points marked A, B and C. Well, very similar to last time. What do we know about the the output of A and B? The output of A and B is what number? Why is it 0? Because the y values are the outputs and the x values are the inputs. How do we know that? F of x is basically the same thing as y. F of x is the output, y is the output. The output equals 10 minus 3 times the input minus the input squared. Okay. Now that that's done, let's find the coordinates. This question is f of x equals 0. The output is 0. Find the input that causes this to happen. 10 minus 3x minus x squared equals 0. What do we need to do to both sides? Anybody? Divide by minus 1. Okay, what reference number is minus 10? What two factors do we need? Sorry?
5 minus 2.
5 and minus 2. Then we're going to have x plus 5, x minus 2 equals 0. Then what? X plus 5 equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. Bring over the 5, what happens? X equals minus 5, bring over the 2. X equals 2. Who got minus 5 and 2? Okay, half is again, alright, so minus 5 and 2. Now what about part C? What can we say about C? Is the input or the output 0? Sorry? How did you know that, James? How did you know that the input is 0? Sorry? Alright, which axis is it on? It's on the y-axis. On the y-axis, the x value always has to be 0. Think of a letter, any letter you want, that's not already used. Anything? Okay, M. Let M be the y value of this point, or M is the output. We want the output, we want to find out what the output is when the input is 0. M equals f of 0. Let's find out what f of 0 is. It's 10 minus 3 times 0 minus 0 squared. M equals 10. This is the point 0, 10. Many people got 0, 10 out. Okay.